These niggas talking out of their necks. Don't put no coughing out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. That last one is better. It's a lot of goofies with a check on me. Aw. I hope these sentiments symbolic. Aw. My temperament's bipolar, I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Niggas clicking up. Pen not be legit. No 40 water. Tell him. Aw. Yeah, get up with me. Fuck Sneak. This is first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck rap. This smelly mel if I have to. Got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching braids and... There we go. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. It's up. There we go. I'm back. Forgive me. Technical issues and stuff. But I'm back. Lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If I walk around this stick, it ain't Andre Kike. Think I won't drop a location? I still got PTSD. Motherfuck the big 3. Nigga, it's just Big Me. Nigga, bum. Yeah, I'm really like that. See, your best work is a light pack. Nigga, Prince outlived Mike Jack. Nigga, bum. If all your dogs getting buried, that's okay with all these 9s. You gonna see Pet Cemetery, nigga. There we go. Alright, I should be clear, I should be good, I should be sounding great. I'm back. Sorry about that, technical difficulties and all that. But I'm back. What's up? How we doing? Where were we? Whatever questions you had before, type them all out again. I got you, baby. I'm sorry about that, but you know. I'm back. How do you feel about a girl that you're getting to know? She has a guy best friend. Yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of them usually have a guy best friend. How do I feel about it? I don't really feel anything about it. It's just, I'm especially in the beginning, I'm far more concerned with her girl best friends than guy best friends, because they're the ones that actually have the power to change the course of your relationship. If you want to have an enemy, if you want to point out an enemy, it's probably the girl best friend. That's the first thing. Second thing, the guy best friend is a consequence of her lack of discipline, right? It's her needing cheap validation on the go. It's like a girl having a coupon for McDonald's all day, every day. So you gotta let her know, stop being such a McDonald's ass bitch. But you can't really do that until you've built some kind of investment out of her to begin with. Like trying to get a girl to get rid of her guy best friend when you're not the consequential guy in her life yet is completely useless. A big waste of your time, and honestly more heartache than you need. Let's see. You know it's still better that I did go to YouTube, right? I told you I can't right now. Listen, Mark. Think. Anyway, but yeah, as far as guy best friends, don't worry about them until you build a relationship of consequence with this girl. Then you can worry about that shit. Let's see. Welcome back. Thank you. Could you see our messages, or did it take a minute to clock it? In the former live, no, I couldn't see the messages at all. I saw the warning label that I got on my phone. That's what I saw. But same difference. I clocked it though. The girls will be here. What girls? Didn't expect that from you. Didn't happen from me. Happened from technicals. We were at a double texting from Fish Army. Oh, I see. Let's see. Double texting. So, where did I stop? The 2 rules of double texting are simple. 1, make sure that the text you're texting, the second text, is actually something that instigates a response out of her. That's the first thing. The second thing is make sure that there's just a lot of space and time between the first and the second message. That's like the summary of what I said, essentially. But make sure that when you're double texting, if you are going to double text, it's something that requires a response out of her. You have to instigate. It's very important. Okay? Otherwise, it's completely useless. Long time no see is a funny thing to say. Told my girl I don't believe in polygamy. She got angry tonight. Went to bed early and shit. Huh? You told her you don't believe in polygamy and she got angry? That doesn't sound... Are you saying monogamy? You don't believe in monogamy? Is that what you're saying? Because that's entirely different. Is that what you meant to say? I'm guessing that's what you meant to say. Let's see. Monogamy. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. But yeah, I got you. I stood on business though. Told her she shouldn't be surprised if I tell her there's another girl in the picture. Fair enough. Again, they're meant to get angry. That's kind of what's supposed to happen. Don't be surprised by that. They're gonna get angry, blah blah. You know how it is. It's okay. It's whatever. It started lagging when I asked you about the no-goes and rules about double texting. Oh, yeah, I already answered that. That's fine. Simply force your way through is a wild thing to say. Hey, police? Yes? Him? Right here, sir? Officer? Yes? Simply force your way through is diabolical. She said if I can do it, she can also. Then I told her if she does, she ain't mine no more. Good, as you should, as you should. Oh, what's up, King Henry? Look how nice of you to join us on the second live. The ladies in the group chat, the mods. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. I hope there's no ladies in the group chat. I don't need them here. But I mean, ladies in the chat in the live here. But for those ladies, they're welcome. The ones in the group chat. Then she said it ain't fair. I told her she shouldn't judge male and female by the same standards. Good. She said, what did she say? She understands, but that doesn't mean I love. She asked for reassurance, though. Gave it to her. You did everything good, though. You did everything fine. She wants a little reassurance. You give her verbal reassurance. Nothing wrong with that. You know, they got to feel special to some degree. Let's see. I feel like muting Airsoul. That's just me, though. Who's Airsoul? Who's that? Who's Airsoul? Oh, it's not hurting anyone. Whatever. If anything, you should ask Airsoul what Airsoul is doing about that. Besides, like going in people's TikTok lives and talking about it, because I don't see how that's effective here. You know, everybody wants to be an activist to some degree, but if you look at most activists and activism in general, it's just a bunch of useless action. I don't see how coming on TikTok and talking about trafficking is gonna stop trafficking. I really don't. But maybe I don't know. Airsoul, you tell me. That would be my question. Awareness for shit doesn't help it. People don't seem to understand that. Oh, awareness. Who the fuck cares? Now people know about it, but who cares? What's gonna be done about it? Are you gonna spend more money towards making sure that doesn't happen anymore, or are you gonna do like actual things, like write your senator, right? Show up at their house and bang on their doors till they start implementing laws against stuff like that, and getting the world to be in on it, like the actual powers that be. But you know, that's just me though. There can only be one Philip in this chat. Fair enough. I mean, interesting take, but fair enough. Is that all right? It's fine, man. It's fine. You're fine. Oh, there goes the other Philip. We'll call him Charles. It's fine. Philip Charles is a wild ass name though. I got this Insta baddie with 200k followers. Very good. She's more low-key on TikTok, so DM'd her here. Very smart. I do that too, actually. If they got a larger following on Instagram and a smaller following on TikTok, I'm hitting them up on TikTok for sure. That's the way to go about it. Been going back and forth in a splendid manner. Very good, very good, very smart. I like that you are taking advantage of, you know, your surroundings. Greetings, bro. How you doing? Tropical Wealth Gains. How you doing, buddy? She's one of those types that has high maintenance in terms of lifestyle, food, traveling, fashion, obviously, and probably deals with older rich guys. but so far so good. Any advice? Okay, so first thing, don't be intimidated by like the whole lifestyle thing. Every girl on Instagram that talks to an older rich guy loves a wealthy lifestyle. Here's the actual truth. End of the day, as cool as lifestyle is, women will go with the guy that actually makes them feel things they've never felt before. Things that you can't make her feel with just rich and lavish experiences. Things you have to make her feel while you're dealing with her on a one-on-one basis. Does that make sense? So have confidence in that. Think about it. All that fucking lifestyle she's experiencing with all the older, richer guys, and she's still bothering replying to you. If that isn't telling for you, I don't know what is. You feel me? So don't worry about none of that bullshit. Second of all, you want to start getting as much compliance from her as possible. That's what'll really set you apart. Okay? So keep those two things in mind. Oh, hey, Profilo. How you doing, man? Skin glowing. Yes. The sunset always does my skin justice. You know how that goes. She's been giving me a bit of a hard time with qualifying herself, but told me a bunch of things she's into. Oh, I see. She's probably vetting you for like her next mark. If her whole thing is internet prostitution, which for a lot of these girls it is, and she's just gonna vet you to see if you have the ability to be her next trick, so to speak. All you have to do is simple. Act in direct, what's the word I'm looking for? In the direct opposite manner of that, and you should be fine, right? So they do these things where they ask you specific questions, or they just start out of nowhere declaring all their amazing stuff they like in their unique, lavish lifestyles, right? Ignore all that shit. All you got to do is keep the teasing to a bare minimum and make it down to earth, right? Oh, I like to do this in this country, and I like to fly to Mykonos, and oh yeah, that's cool. But if you like to do all those things, why the fuck does your wig look like that? Like literally, just keep the teasing to a bare minimum, low surface level stuff, so that she understands she's talking to a human being, not a robot that she can just try to get things out of. Does that make sense? It's very important. I don't know that the way she doesn't answer my questions sometimes and blames it on BS. Then get her to answer the questions. Don't allow her to get away with insubordination. Come on now. Don't allow that to happen. But yeah, definitely double down on like you getting compliance out of her. Let's see. I started talking to groups, but I hesitate more often because I don't think of openers fast enough. What do you say to groups? You literally walk up to them and just say, "Are you all sisters?" That's usually what I go with the groups. Are y'all sisters? And I will say that even to an interracial group of girls, which makes it even funnier, right? Y'all look like sisters. Are you sisters? What? I'm black. She's white. She's Hispanic. How can you call? Are you serious? Wow. I thought you were just like a little more tan than the rest, but I could have sworn you were all sisters. Boom, you're in a conversation. Go from there. Let's see. Told me a bunch of things she's into. Oh yeah, I answered that one. No talking about statistics. What statistics? We were saying that in the last live, so I know now that you were just bringing that up for no fucking reason. Explain to me what you mean by not talking about statistics. Because I really don't like talking about statistics in general. It's completely useless. Teased and rewarded compliance. Okay, now she's asked what I'm into. Also, she's in South Africa. Oh, look at that, South African chick. Typical Tropical Wealth Gains is my next account. It's actually me. Oh, that's Dimitri. Fair enough. Greetings. Also, boo. I thought the live was gonna be on YouTube. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. She keeps saying she's not a good texter. How does one leverage that? Do you have her number yet or no? If she says she's not a good texter, literally be like, okay, fine, let's get on the phone. Give me your number. Literally say that. Get the phone number. Or some kind of, I mean, she's in South Africa, right? So get her WhatsApp. Well, it's the phone number too, so same difference. But get her WhatsApp. and then talk to her through there. That'll achieve the same type of thing. Yeah, I remember this topic, protector versus provider. Indeed. That's why I'm hitting the gym hard. Very good. Please do. Bro, how do I dominate her even if she's talking to other guys? I'm not bothered. Okay, interesting of you to volunteer that piece of information without asking me, but okay. You're thinking about it wrong though. The idea isn't to dominate her or have her more than other guys. The idea is to be more impactful. There's a difference. You need to make her feel things the other guys can't. That's how you outcompete other guys. And that'll really come to, like, it'll come down to showing protector type ability. Ability for risk-taking, disagreeability, a willingness to offend her without being scared of the consequences of that, willingness to disagree with her, being honest with her the best you can. You'd be surprised how rare the experience of honesty is for beautiful women. Especially beautiful women. No one is honest with beautiful women. No one. So when you have the ability to be honest with beautiful women, you stand out immediately. You stick out like a sore thumb. Like they remember you until the day you die. Hell, until the day they die. You feel me? So, if you want to outcompete all the other guys, simple. Be more honest with her. That'll do the trick. Most of the time. What are we talking about? Guys and get them to buy a subscription fee. What are we talking about, Sammy? I'm sure you wrote something before that, but you know, all I see is the guys and get them to buy a subscription fee statement. I don't see anything before that. She passed compliance test, but she started crying and blamed me for it. Blame what? That doesn't even sound. What compliance did you ask of her that she passed? Let's start with that. What are we talking about right now? Give me the details to that. Any tips? By the way, I'm thinking so you free to judge. What are we talking about? Oh, that's the one you told me to forget about? Stupid idea. Fair enough. Just refire the question, tease. Oh, I didn't answer that. I said literally ask her like if she's such a bad texter. Cool. Give me your WhatsApp or something. I'll text you there, or I'll call you or whatever. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie, that would get me laughing. What would? Oh, you all look like sisters line. Yeah, it definitely gets them laughing all the time. It's pretty funny. She definitely into me though. Asks me questions and assumes positive things about me, as well as saying she loves my confidence. That's good. It's not bad. There we go. Do you have a video going in depth about tension? I want to understand it and create God level tension. That's all in the interview light. There's like the bonus fundamentals of the game course in there, where I talk about value, I talk about tension, and I talk about the things you need to know about the game, the fundamentals of the game. So yes, I talk about tension there in depth. They seen a pretty girl from Joburg. Johannesburg. Yo, Jace, how we doing, baby? I miss you for real. I miss you too, Mexicans. How you been, man? Welcome. I said something about social media. Did you end up saying something about that? Social media. What about social media? What happened to social media? I don't know. I didn't see what you said, though. Whatever you said, TikTok probably took it away. So write it again, but be cordial this time. Do women saying we need to get to know each other, is it a way to drag more free attention? It can be. Yeah, I mean, I think most of the time it definitely is. Especially if they're saying it pre-sex. If they're saying it post-sex, that's fine. If you haven't had sex with her yet, then yeah, they're probably using it to just like string you along for sure. Can I just ask if she uses WhatsApp? Yes, you can. Absolutely. Just be like, do you have a WhatsApp? Say that. Got confirmation, Jace, today from our priest that comes from Uganda that Jamaicans are Nigerians. priest that comes from Uganda? What priest that comes from Uganda? I mean, well, why'd you even need confirmation for that? I already told you guys this. All Jamaicans and Haitians and Trinidad and Tobagans all come from Nigeria, Ghana, and Cameroon. Duh. Where did y'all think y'all came from? But yeah, those are my brothers for sure. Shout out to Jamaica. Shout out to all the Caribbeans. So yeah. Isn't both extremes of provider and protector bad? Essentially, yes. But one is better than the other, though. I'd rather be a pure protector than pure provider. They get more than providers. By the way, what's more important for women? Attention or validation? Attention is validation. That's the point. Like you're confusing the two as different things. Attention is just another form of validation. Right? It's like compliments, it's like eye contact, it's like undivided attention is a different level of attention, but it's a different thing. But yeah, it's all under the umbrella of validation. Pure protector isn't bad. Oh yes, it is. Oh yes, it is. It like all the side effects from being a protector type, like a pure protector type, it can definitely impede on you and your life and your game. You know what I mean? It's pretty bad. It can definitely hinder a lot. So you got to be careful with that. But again, still better than a provider type. Still better. Let's see. Just negative side effects. Oh, that's one way to put it, I guess. Examples of protector types being like a bad thing. Chris Brown. There's a reason he can't shake off the beating Rihanna allegations. Like, for better or for worse, Chris Brown will always be known as the guy who gets unnecessarily violent. Right? He's the guy no one can trust because he's too unpredictable. You never know if he's going to be nice or good. And for the most part, he's never nice. Does that make sense? How do you think his personal relationships look like in his life? How many people in his life do you think truly trust the guy? You see my point? So yeah, that's a perfect example of being like most like psychopaths and serial killers are pure protector types, right? The purest of them. That's what they look like. So yeah, be careful with that. Before inviting a woman to come back to your place, do you want her to have a plausible deniability, or she might use it in a way to induce LMR? I mean, no matter how you talk to women, they're always going to have some kind of plausible deniability. Like, they're not going to come to your place regardless without some plausible deniability. But here's the thing, though. If you're the one leading correctly, then she has plausible deniability automatically. If you're the one that invites her to your place, or you are the one that tells her, let's go to her place, then she automatically has plausible deniability in that it was your idea. As long as you make everything your fault, which you should, mind you, then she has plausible deniability. And that makes everything better for you and just smoother in general, right? It's when you start trying to divide the responsibility up between you and her, that's when things get, iffy. That's when you can't move things along, right? So, yeah, make sure you're leading things along. So, Jace, there's this girl that I quit, she's a 7 with 85K followers. I noticed she'd be in my proximity when working out and striking some casual conversation. How can I escalate? Did you try teasing her yet? Did you try push-pulling? Did you try in creating sexual tension by hinting at the possibility of sex or making a sexual joke or innuendo? Did you try any of those things yet? Because that's a pretty easy way to go about doing things, Let's see. She might use... Oh, I already answered that one. What's your take on texting? Wait for her or text when you want? Wait for her to do what exactly? When you talk about wait for her, have you already texted in that context? This is a girl you've already texted and you're waiting for a reply from, right? This isn't a girl that you haven't had a text exchange with at all, right? But yeah, like you should always be leading regardless. Like nothing will happen if you don't do it. That's what being a man is all about when it comes to dating. You better be the one to text, bro. And you better construct the text in a way that like she has something to reply to. That way it's convenient for you. You feel me? Can every mistake be corrected, or can you F up so bad that there's nothing you can do? Realistically, every mistake can be corrected. What makes it difficult sometimes is, depending on the mistake you make, the overcorrection is not worth, the amount of work you have to put in to correct the mistake is not worth it. Depending on the mistake you make. So for a lot of mistakes you make, easy fixes, whatever. But some of them is like the amount of work you got to put in to correct, not worth it. Not worth it. The girl is not worth it. The situation is not worth it. Everything. So keep that in mind. Went to call her after getting her number. Apologies for repeating the question. The live was lagging. Oh, fair enough. You're fine, man. You're fine. I didn't even see those questions anyway, so it's fine. Went to call her after getting her number. You should first text. Like, you probably don't want to call out of nowhere, out of the blue, until you've established rapport over text. Then you can call and be like, hey, I just want to hear your voice. I want to know what the fuck you sound like. But it's not a when thing. It's a conditions thing. Don't ever think about it like, wait this amount of time. Think about it like, wait until certain things have been done first. And the thing that needs to be done first is just create texting rapport. That's what needs to happen first. On that note, my long distance girl had had a video call with her and acted like a pure protector. She opened up about a lot of personal deep stuff. Okay. Lord have mercy, who have blessed my screen today. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. But hold on. I didn't call her since I was busy, and I'll only call her to meet up tomorrow. Okay? Interesting. That's for like when you want to call her, right? If you've already established like, texting, then yeah, call. Go ahead, call. But again, make sure the texting rapport has already been established. Spanish, poquito. Bro, can you do a video of dates 1v1? You talking about my dates? Sure. Why not? I'm in therapy, but it's not helping. Thoughts, advice? Well, therapy is for chicks anyway. Like, talking about your problems isn't how we get problems solved as men. What really helps you is watching yourself advance in life. The ultimate cure to all your, depression and restraints and you feeling like you're not ahead enough is making progress, is accomplishing something, even if it's small, right? You can start with things you can control. Start with your body. Start with going to the gym. Start with martial arts, right? Start with something you can control. But having a sense of control over something and seeing progress in that area, that'll do a lot more than any fucking therapist visit will. Just keep that in mind. How to get emotions out of her during a date, apart from push, pulling, and teasing, is it enough? Ask her open-ended questions. Questions that require her to answer in a way that'll be impressive to you. Make her feel like she has to say things that impress you. Right? The feeling of not knowing if what she's saying is the right thing to say or not is enough to get like a bunch of emotional investment out of her during the day. But you have to ask the most difficult questions. The open-ended questions. Bro, is it possible to be too direct? Like, I could approach a girl and say, you should be mine. I mean, yeah, I don't know about too direct. You can be direct or indirect, but yeah, that would be an example of a direct approach. You should be mine. Or one of my favorite direct approaches, I deserve you, right? You can use that, but again, you got to be smart about using openers like that. I would only ever use openers like that if I am sure, for whatever reason, that girl already would like me or like my person, my vibe, my aesthetic, whatever it is. If I'm not too sure yet, I go with the indirect approach. And then on top of that, you really can't use too many direct approaches with very beautiful women. They're already very used to direct approaches. So you kind of got to go indirect anyway. But yeah, it's not a bad one. So your Riz game better than Usher? Absolutely. Usher's game is Usher's game because Usher is Usher. I have game without being Usher. That's the point. So imagine what it would look like when I am Usher. Yeah, my game is definitely better than his. He has too many crutches for his to be better than mine. Only the OGs know the fundamentals of game series from back then. Indeed, man. Indeed. It's been a while since it was out. It completely flipped the script of how it was before, but on the other hand, removed all the comfort. I went a little manic in the call with her after she opened up, but I think it's necessary. She spoke on wanting to unalive herself. That's fair. But that's good, though. Like, you want to drag those kind of conversations out of her. Make her really open up to you. That's not a bad thing. And then, like, help her. Like, that's like... women are always going to find ways to cry for help anyway. So you might as well give her the help she needs. She needs that guidance. She needs that correction. It's women. It's what they are. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I got to scroll back up. I missed some things. There we go. I don't like to be on social media, but most women judge us by our social media. Oh, yeah, that's very true. Okay, why don't you like to be on social media? The way I see it, like, the reason people don't like social media is two major factors. One, they think of social media as too consequential, right? I treat social media like a game with all things. I treat TikTok like a game where I'm interacting with people in the algorithm. I treat social media like a game where I'm interacting with people in the algorithm. It's all one giant game. It's numbers. It's ones and zeros going up and down on the screen. That's the first thing. If you think about social media too consequentially, then it becomes this giant daunting task that you don't want to participate in. I just think about it like a game, right? It becomes more fun that way. Second thing is, people are just not good at social media. And it's not hard to be good at social media, I don't think. Like, it's not hard to show your life in highlights or to remember to post something from once in a while, right? You don't have to be the most popular person, but you have to have a curated highlight of things about yourself that you're willing to show to the rest of the world, because that's what social media is. Social media is just like a collage of your highlights. That's it. If you treat it like a game, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's not something you need to hate or to be frustrated about the fact that you have to get good at it. You don't have to be that great at it. You'll be fine. If they don't see the post, they automatically think negative. They want men with huge social media. Actually, that's not even true. Funny enough. A lot of women want men with no social media. A lot of men want men... not men. A lot of women want men... Pause. A lot of women want men with little to no social media presence. Because, again, it goes back to what I just said. You can be decently good at social media and just see it as a game. You don't have to make it your life. Women don't want men that make social media their lives, right? Their entire validation comes from online, right? It's different if you run a business or you have an online brand or personality. But the idea of a man being as concerned with social media as a woman is kind of feminine. You see the point? So just enough to show your highlights and you're fine, man. You're fine. You don't have to like get. You're falling into that talking point that these red pill guys like to show. Like, oh, women, social media. Like, chill out. Life was a thing before Instagram existed. You'll be fine. Okay? Why women flake and how to prevent it? They flake for two reasons. One, they got a better option, a better offer. Two, they genuinely believe that you are not as invested in them as they are in you. So the way to avoid both is, one, have psychological position over her, as in make sure she believes that you are better than her and you have better options than her. And then two, make sure that she knows that you like her enough to want to see things through with her. Because if you do the first thing well enough, then you'll probably enter the realm or the problem of her believing that you might not show up. And Women like to preemptively reject men that they think are better than them. So if you let her know from the jump, like, hey, listen, I like you, I want to see you, don't worry, I'll be there, then that should give her enough verbal assurance to see you in person. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do it as far as, like, flaking. Let's see. I don't. Oh yeah, no, I didn't read that. I don't like to be on social media or show my lifestyle on it. Is your lifestyle not interesting enough, or are you just a boring motherfucker? Let's be honest here. Because if your lifestyle was interesting, you wouldn't mind showing people what you do. If you have an interesting lifestyle, you won't mind showing it. It's the people that don't have an interesting lifestyle that are like, I don't want to show my lifestyle. Yeah, because you have nothing to show. Your lifestyle sucks. You're boring. Let's be honest. It's going to be harsh to hear, but let's be honest. Oh, by the way, it could be protector or provider. I think provider with willingness to protect. Khabib Nurmagomedov, protector, I would say. Protector with the willingness to provide. I think he and Conor are both protectors with the willingness to provide. But Conor is more of a protector type than Khabib is. Alright? Which, by the way, I think will be funny for a lot of you to hear because, Khabib lost to... Conor lost to Khabib. And, again, that's just a physical fight, guys. Don't get it twisted with, like, their actual behavioral cues. You feel me? I would say, like, for a long time now, Conor has been a protector with the willingness to provide, but there was a time where he was like, actually, I'm mixing that up. I would say now, hold on. I feel like he's bounced between protector type with the willingness to provide and pure protector type at some points. Because he's been pure protector type at some points, man. Especially when he fought Khabib. He was like a pure protector type. Right? So keep that in mind. That's Conor McGregor, that is. Khabib has been fairly consistent. Protector with the willingness to provide. By the way, Jace, we made a barrier to entry for the group chat and mod chip. Just confirming if you're fine with it. That's fine. That's fine. Let me know what it is, though. Let me know what it is. I said I don't care, but would hate to not have a gorgeous girl like her around in my life. Interesting. Bad, but interesting. Instead of say that, because again, you were just being a pure protector type. Why not show some like willingness to provide in there and be like, I mean, you did by saying you wouldn't mind having her, but also let her know that she has some value to you. She's earned that at this point. Like, she's a girl you've been talking to for a while. She's earned that by this point. Like, yeah, I would love to have you in my life. So, don't die. I sent you the mod requirement list on your IG. Check it out. All right, bet. I will. I'll remember to do that. Hold on, let me... mod requirements... There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm Catholic. He's a missionary priest from Uganda. He's stationed here in Jamaica. Oh, bet. Fair enough. That's cool. Bro, I got low self-esteem and anxiety. Any advice on how to level up here? You need to put yourself in those high anxiety situations, and you need to do it without weed. Because that's something I just talked to someone about. Like, I feel a lot less anxious when I do a little smoky smoke. Yeah, that's why you feel anxious all the time. Because you're using it as a crutch. I'm not saying you do it. I'm just saying in case you do, just like as general advice, right? But the reason you have anxiety is because you're scared to be in those high pressure situations. So put yourself in those situations. Like, exposure therapy is the key. Now, as for your low self-esteem, you have low self-esteem because you don't put yourself in high pressure situations. Because here's how it works. Your anxiety is what builds into your low self-esteem. I have to overcorrect being a provider. We'll talk about it. Your anxiety is what builds into your low self-esteem. Because what creates your low self-esteem is your low self-image. And you have a low image of yourself, a weak or feeble image of yourself, because you haven't done anything that earns your own respect. I keep telling people, before you earn the respect of the world, you have to earn your own respect first. Very important. How can you earn your own respect? When you know you're a bitch. When you know you crumble in high pressure situations. When you know you feel anxiety 24/7. Right? So you have to first convince yourself you're not a bitch by throwing yourself in those high pressure, high anxiety situations over and over and over again. You do that, you're going to find yourself having a higher and healthier self-esteem, because now you're going to have a built-in self-respect for yourself. You feel me? So yeah, that is your cure. Overexposure. Okay? Exposure therapy. See, even I don't know you tell me I said it. Very good. Thank you. Well done. But don't you say to be pure protector up until the affair? No, that is not what I say. I never said be a pure protector up until the affair. I say show more protector type traits and ability up until you consummate the affair. Right? So you should lean more towards protector. Lean more. I didn't say just be nothing but a protector type. Lean more towards it. You will still sprinkle some provider type in there. A little bit. Sprinkle it here and there. Just here and there. I mean, every time you give a girl a heartfelt compliment, what do you think you're doing? Is that a protector type thing to do? No. That's more of a provider type thing to do. You're making her feel good. You're making her feel comfortable. You're making her feel special and safe. That's provider shit. You see how that works? Lol, I thought you said pure protector all this time. You know what? I'll take responsibility. That's my bad for not clearing that up for you. But now you know better. And now you can go and you can see what you did wrong with that girl when she opened up to you about, like, you know, how she wanted to unalive herself. When a girl opens up to you like that, do not punish her by saying, I don't care about that. No. Now it's time to show some provisioning. Now it's time to be a provider type and be like, oh, listen, I'm happy you told me that. Thanks for opening up to me like that. But I want you to know you're too special to me for me to not be hurt if you were to go through with something like that. I want you here. The world values you. I value you. Now you lay it on, like you really lay it on. You make her feel special. You make her feel good. You make her feel safe. See what I'm saying? Again, you'll get better at it, Ryu. Don't worry. You're learning. You'll get better at it. You'll learn. Okay, now it's time to be Mr. Tough Guy Masculine. Okay, now it's time to be soft, sensitive guy. But you have to have both. Most of the time will require you to be Mr. Tough and Rough, but those moments where you have like those one-on-one with her, where you're making her feel like she's the most special thing on planet Earth, they're just as important. They're just as important. All right, don't overlook those moments. Don't overlook those particular situations. At some point, you gotta make her feel like she's the only girl in the world, even if she knows she's not. You feel me? Very important. Very important. Let me see. Father be spitting game on the chicks here too. Man has game. Shout out to Father. Shout out to Ugandan Father Priest guy. Shout out to him. Make sure to act a lot, force yourself, and you'll eventually get there. Indeed. The goal of the call was to get back to pure protector, but I get it now. Okay, good. Get another call. Show her some provisioning. Show her some, like, in fact, the next call you start with her literally started by saying this. You know what? I thought about our last conversation and I realized what I did last time was, I mean, I was trying to be jokey and playful a little bit, but it was wrong of me to do that to you, to like dismiss the fact that you opened up to me in that way. I don't want you to feel like you can't. And I appreciate you for saying that to me. Like literally, the next time you get on the phone with her, like video call, right? Say that to her. Like start the conversation out with her like that. Set the frame of, okay, I am your safe space. I am the guy you come to when you want to let those evil thoughts out of your head. And then now you have like that extra bit of impact in her. That's like a step closer to imprinting. It's great. You got this, buddy. Bro, can you make a test on what type of man are you? Provider, protector, like quick test questions or question 3 sex pause and right answer. All right, fair enough. Let's see. How would I do that? I would just go back to the basics. If I were to ask you right now to walk outside and approach 5 different girls, right? Just walk over to them and then say something that might offend them. Would you be able to do it? You see me do it all the time on TikTok, so you know I can. But would you be able to do it? Right? I'm looking at you too, black men in particular. I did say that I could save her from all those negative thoughts she had entirely and be her God. Sure, say that again, but remove the God part. right? Just be down to earth with her, right? Anyway, back to what I was saying. Black men especially, go and say something that'll offend black women. Yeah. You can't do that, you're a bitch. But that's the point, though. It's not being scared to offend. It's taking risk. It's being disagreeable and being okay with being disagreeable. If you can't do that, that's your test right there. You know where you stand. Russian girl sent me pics of her and her mom, by the way. Aw, she's a good girl. She is a good girl. I like her. I think she might be my favorite of all your girls, man. The Russian chick. There's Russian chick, long distance girl, Chinese girl. Is it Chinese? Just Asian girl? Whatever. Asian girl. And then in that order. Yeah. Cheated. I like that. Told her I was way more apologetic than you advise. Because I genuinely felt horrible. Ew. You pulled a J. Cole? That's what we're going to call it now, by the way. When you cheat on your girl and you apologize for it afterwards, that's called pulling a J. Cole. You pulled a J. Cole. You did some gangster shit, then you said sorry for it. You're pulling a J. Cole. And what happened to J. Cole? He lost respect for doing that, right? So what do you think happens to you when you do that? You not have to massively overcorrect. I would have to know like the specifics of your particular situation with this girl, including how often you talk to each other, if you live together, shit like that. But for the most part, the solution to your problem is you not have to massively overcorrect. You have to go back and tell her, you know what, honestly, I'm not really sorry for doing that. I know I said I was, but that was just me trying to pacify you. If I'm being completely honest, I don't regret doing that at all, you know. I mean, don't get it twisted. I still love you. I still appreciate you. You're still the girl I want, blah, blah. But I had to do what I had to do. And I understand if you never want to speak to me again because of this, but that's how I feel, honestly. Guess what you got to do. But here's the thing, though. You're too much of a bitch to do that because you felt horrible after you cheated. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, deep down, you can't handle the anxiety that comes with doing something that will give you backlash afterwards. So, you know, how likely are you to do what I just asked you to do? You know? That is some Fox move he pulled, though. That's why you gotta go into Wolf. You gotta find your way back into Wolf, man. It's Wolf time. You gotta tell it now. New poll. Check it out and vote. Okay, I'll see you soon. And her mom bad? Perfect. You know what I always do? I always joke. I say, listen, if we don't work out, I'm going for your mom. So you don't, and I'm telling you now so you don't get surprised when it happens. That's what you say. Or ask what would you do in this situation. I already answered that one. Ask what would you do in the situation. Based on the answer, we know what type of man we are. Okay. All right. That cheating situation right there is like a good example. If you know that you would cheat on your girl and apologize for it afterwards, provider type. If you would cheat on your girl and then be completely unapologetic about it afterwards, protector type. That right there is your test. Told her they're buy one get one free deal. Perfect. That's also a good joke. She didn't like that one, but whatever. Who cares? Make the joke again. In fact, keep making it till she likes it. You know, you got to desensitize women to your humor. You're a protector, and if not, you're a provider. Pretty much, yeah. Essentially, it's one or the other. At your base level, right? Your willingness to do the other is a different thing, but at your core, you're one or the other. You know. I just said okay, only your mom then, with some teasers. That's good. Jace, this is Philip. This is my other account. Oh yeah, shout out to Philip. Hold on, let me mod you here real quick. Philip is a moderator. There we go. You've been modded. Again, congratulations. How do you convince your friends with benefits to get on the pill without looking pussy, essentially? Why are you nutting in a chick that you don't really like? Let's start with that. Why do you want to risk doing that? Because let's be honest, if you really liked this girl, if you really found this girl like immensely attractive, and you were just like, oh, this girl is awesome, you wouldn't leave her in the friend zone. You would try to lock that down. That is human nature. People move in accordance to the value they perceive. So that already tells me this is a girl you don't even like that. If you're okay with like the whole with benefits situation going on, right? On top of that, should I even talk about that? No, let's not. Let's move past that. But the point is, don't worry about doing that. Go get a badder bitch. That's the real solution to your problem. Go and get a badder bitch. Okay? She worked at the gym also and tried the thing where I flirted with her coworker then ignored her. Very good, very good. I was talking to a girl I matched with. We send each other pics of ourselves. I call her pretty, then got left on red. Didn't I already answer this question in the last live? Didn't I? Hold on. Is there more? Yeah, I answered this question in the last live, right? Okay, you got left. Yeah. That's just, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, the answer again, if you didn't hear me the first time, is you probably didn't give her something to reply to. If you just called her pretty, all she's gonna do from there, if at all she's gonna do anything, is just say thank you. The onus is still on you to keep the conversation going. So now that you said she's pretty, qualify her. Ask her something. Any open-ended question that requires her to qualify herself to you. Right? You can't complain a girl doesn't reply your text if you don't make the text easy enough to respond to. Especially in the beginning stages like that. Okay? Alright. Bro, you forgot to upload the videos on social media profile Tinder. Thanks about the 1v1 date. Huh? Upload the videos on social media profile. What are you talking about? I'm not uploading those. That's a course I'm making like as we speak right now. It's called Digital Pre-Selection. You know? So we'll talk about that later. Also, I tested this disagreeableness experiment on one of my girls. Okay. What happened? Worked wonders. But I call myself handsome or say I'm great, etc. Why is it that girls like it, others hate it? The girls that like it are hot. The ones that don't like it are not. Simple as that. The only girls you'll find that like confidence and like cockiness are the hot chicks with high self-esteem. Every other girl thinks it's unattractive. Well, they'll say it's unattractive. And the reason they say it's unattractive is because it's a clear telltale sign that they can't get you. That you are unattainable. It's like when a girl says, oh, I don't like a guy with too many muscles. I don't like a guy with a six-pack. It's too much. The fuck does that mean? Every girl likes a guy with a six-pack. The reason she's saying she doesn't like a guy with a six-pack is because she knows she now has to work out as hard as he does because it's part of his lifestyle. And women are lazy, dude. Like, most women are... I keep saying this. The difference between an attractive and an unattractive woman, usually, is work ethic. That is it. So you're literally just seeing the difference between a hardworking chick and a not so hardworking chick. That's it, right? I like that you talk that you're. I like that you just call yourself handsome. Cool, attractive, high self-esteem. He calls himself handsome. That's gross. We don't talk to those bitches. Don't worry about them. Not having respect or whatever. For what? Oh, I have a Chrome Hearts chain with a cross. And she said I can't wear it for Christian reasons, not having respect or whatever. Oh, okay, interesting. And then I purposely doubled down and kept disagreeing with everything to see if she would apologize as a way to gauge her interest, okay? Getting her to backpedal even if there's no logical reason. Exactly. I will literally tell my girls sometimes, out of nowhere, I'll literally tell any of my girls, I'll be like, say sorry right now. And they'll be like, what? Say sorry right now. Wait, why? What? Say sorry. Apologize. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Just do that from time to time. And I'll be like, good. Mwah. Love you. Like, literally, for no reason, just get her to backpedal. It's a good sign of, the fact that she is bought into your program. Example of indirect approach. Saying something that makes her feel two emotions at a time, creating the tension from the jump. You walk up to her and you say, "You have the most beautiful resting bitch face," right? An indirect approach, right, by definition, is anything you use to approach a woman that doesn't indicate interest too soon, right? So anything you say that doesn't indicate interest is really just an indirect approach. So you can walk up to a girl, and let's say, like, what I'll usually do, right? I'll walk around Target and I'll run into a hot girl and I'll be like, "Why do you have that in your cart? You actually consume that?" Like it'll be something hot girls have in their cart, like natural honey, or a particular stem of lettuce, or a particular type of avocado or peanut butter. Just shit hot girls like to eat. And I'd be like, what is that? Huh? You have, who the hell eats avocado? Gross. Is that ready-made guacamole? You can't make yours from scratch? That's crazy. And then boom, you're in a conversation. Why am I in a conversation? Because I'm not starting out the conversation by saying, "Ooh, I like you, I find you attractive." I'm just teasing her. That is an indirect approach. It's indirect because I'm indicating interest later, not up front. TikTok must have cut my first part. I have net editing disorder. Disorder and therapy not working. I don't know what the stuff disorder is, but I'm pretty sure I already answered the question about therapy, right? Which is that therapy is not going to work anyway. No matter what disorder you have, no matter what kind of issue or depression or whatever you have, it all stems from the way you approach life and the way you see yourself. You have to change that first, which means you have to approach life differently. And the best way to approach life is as an advancing man. People that are advancing in life are never unhappy. Because as a man, your ultimate happiness is fulfillment. So if you can find a way to fulfill yourself, you'll be fine. And the best way to fulfill yourself, by the way, is hard work and effort. Realizing the gains and the rewards from putting in massive effort into something. That's how you feel better. Right? That's what you got to go do. So start with something simple. Start with your body. Hit the gym. Watch yourself progress in that. Even if it's like small progress at a time, just watching yourself progressing at something is going to make you feel a lot better about yourself. Let's see. What do you think about Tate? I think the Tates are cool. I prefer Tristan over Andrew, but I like the Tates. They're cool. Being a problem my whole life, I might add. Well, you've probably lived your whole life the exact same way, right? Time to make a change. Start with, by the way, your body is one good way to start with in terms of like creating momentum for yourself. But you might also want to change your environment. All the triggers that exist to make your life the way it looks like right now exist in the environment you live in. So either completely switch environments or completely drastically change the environment you're in. All right? So environment is important. Bro, how long can I be on your level? How many girls, how many dates, months? It depends on you, man. It's not it depends on how fast a learner you are, and it depends on how much time you're willing to put to this. There's no amount of years or months. It depends on like how quickly are you willing to go through a lot of situations and learn a lot of lessons and make a lot of mistakes. Right? Regardless though, even if you're approaching fucking 30 girls a day, it would take you a minimum, I would say, of like 2.5, 3 years. But the gap between you and me might be wide, but in the first month or two of doing your approaches, the gap between you and the beginner that you used to be is so much wider. That's the best thing about game. You get the majority of your progress in the beginning of it. Right? You get the newbie gains, as they say. And that's where you get like the majority of your progress. Once you get that, you have put a massive gap between you and pretty much every other man out there. You feel me? And eventually she started cursing at me in Russian. That's funny. Like loads of messages. Genuinely angry. then I dismissed it. That's fair. Make her feel everything, dude. That's not a bad thing. Try become complete game look money status. Indeed. In person I work so well, it's crazy. That's true for everybody. Should I text her now in the middle of the night? Definitely sleeping. She'll wake up to my text. Oh no, text her tomorrow. You're busy with another girl as far as she's concerned. These girls love me, but I'm not surrounded with the baddest of the bad. Change that. Get the badder ones. Called her not intelligent. TikTok won't let me say the word. Fair enough. But said her speaking Russian is sexy. Very good. And told her to send me voice notes. And then the convo escalated from there. Phenomenal success on the experiment, in my opinion. It is. Well done. Well done. You learned a very small lesson there on how to turn hate into love. Very good. Bro, the thing with social media is that I don't want to post too much because my family or my future kids can see. It's spoken like a true pussy. What's wrong with posting on social media for your kids to see later? Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with family? You're thinking like a provider type. You're still too concerned with everybody else's opinion. Why? Who cares? Who fucking cares? You think my family doesn't see my fucking pages and shit and all the crazy, opinions I have on things? Like, come on. Stop being a pussy. You're a pussy. Yeah, I don't want my family and friends to see you. I care about their opinions so much. Pussy. Jace, remember that one class I told you about where I messed up at? It legit has the top 3 baddies, baddest girls in the class. Aw. The whole reason I switched in, I messed up, but right now I'm low-key recovering. You'll be fine. Just be cool for a few more months. They'll forget about you being weird. And besides, it's not hard to change reputation. Changing your reputation just comes down to changing your behavior. You feel me? It's not hard to change your reputation. Don't ever forget that. Like, it is not a difficult endeavor at all. Give me a second, guys. There we go. It is not a difficult endeavor at all. As long as they see you acting in a different way, boom, reputation changed. Opinion of you changed. Photos of my body, girlfriend dates. What about it? What about it? What's wrong with that? I feel like you might be fat, dude. Photos of your body is not a bad thing when you have a six-pack, my friend. I want my kids to see my six-pack later. I mean, knowing me, I'll still have a six-pack even when they're older. I don't care. But yeah, photos of your body is only a bad thing if your body isn't presentable. Hit the gym, my friend. Hit the gym. Okay? Oh yeah, you read that one. Since then, she's been more and more attracted and compliant to me. I just got playful and sexual. That's fine. That's good. Russian girl really likes you. Russian girl and long distance girl are like the two forerunners, right? How you keep a girl interested long term? Keep being exciting. The reason women lose interest long term is because men get too comfortable and predictable. You gotta keep being unfamiliar. You gotta keep being an elusive creature that she has to keep chasing. You have to keep being the guy she's worried will stop liking her one day. If your girl isn't like always in tears every once in a while, worried that you might leave her one day, you don't have her where she needs to be. Right? You gotta be exciting. Oh, this is a different Russian girl? Bad. Interesting. All the Russian girls are yours today. Very good. But yeah, just keep being exciting. Keep being exciting. And exciting, by the way, can also be negative emotions. It can be make her feel things that are like bad or uncomfortable, like nervousness, like competition anxiety with other women. You know? That's very important. Especially competition anxiety. Once a woman thinks she has you through and through, then they get comfortable. Then that's when all the bad behavior comes out. Look at Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. Perfect example. When she thinks she has you for life, it's over. It's over. I think women want men with not a lot of social media followers because they don't like men with options. It's not that they don't like men with options. It's just that, they're scared of men with options. They're scared of the competition that it represents. That's all. She lives in Eastern Europe, though, so got to figure out how to set up logistics. But she clearly doesn't even want to speak to other guys. They do not begin to compare to your boy. Good, very good. I know they don't. What is your take on texting? I already answered that question. I think it's because I don't want women to want me for what I have. All women will want you for what you have. It just depends on what it is that you have. Like, it's better they want you for your sex appeal than your money. And it's better that they want you for your ability to keep them safe and keep them protected than, like the lifestyle you can provide. Does that make sense? If you're having trouble, like, differentiating a woman that likes you for your lifestyle versus that likes you for, your charm, your excitedness, your sex appeal, then that's more of a skill issue. That's not a them issue. Right? That's your inability to see the difference. And that might also be your inability to actually lead with, the more interesting, more exciting parts of you. You might just be a guy that likes to lead with money unconsciously, and you don't know how to stop it. So keep that in mind. It's not a them problem, it's a you problem. Let's see. Khabib was retired by Putin an hour after his McGregor fight, was offered $20 million. Oh, that's dope. That's cool. Shout out to him. I did hear that, though, that he was, like, offered a bunch of stuff after he won. Like, that fight really changed his life, didn't it? That's pretty dope. If you just don't have an answer to the question about social media, just say that. I already answered it. I mean, and then that feminine energy you just put out right there, yeah, I already know why you don't get bitches, man. Right there. That right there. You sound like my girlfriend. Just say that. Right there. You gotta work on that, my friend. You gotta work on that. You gotta be a man. You can't, move around like that. You can't be that kind of person. Oh, I skipped a bunch of questions. My bad. Hold on. Let me scroll down. Scroll up, I mean. I don't think it's because I think it's because I don't want women to want me for, yeah. We have different perspectives here. To say my life is boring is inaccurate. Okay? And then you got offended by me saying that and said, if you don't have an answer for how to see social media, just say that. So, what makes you think I believe your life is not boring now? I already know what you are, by the way. Like, I don't care. I don't want to do this. I don't want to read people on my lives, man. But it's so odd. Listen, when you do something as long as I have, you begin to see patterns. If you don't think I can tell that you're one of those older rich dudes who doesn't have a clue how women work, like, come on. I can smell it. I know it's you. What you got? You got rich in tech? Is that it? Did you get rich in tech? Come on, man. Come on. Like, come on. I don't want to. Just let me do my thing. I'm trying to help you. I really am. But, like, don't get cocky here. Right? That's for me to do. It's obvious, man. And if it's obvious to me and I can't even see your face, like you're literally, I don't know, you're probably I don't even see a face on it though. It's just a random account. If I can smell it through words on the screen, what do you think the women you run into in real life can do? Because they're way better at reading than men are. I mean, I'm better than them, but still, they're better than men. It's their biological design to be able to smell things out about people. I'm trying to be nice, man. Jace about to rant on these feminine boys. Like, I don't want to. Like, I'm trying to help them. And they don't respond to getting scolded like this. I'm trying to help these cats, man. Let me help them. Let me do my thing. But yeah, I'm gonna just call you, what's that? ATIT's expert? I'm gonna just call you expert. Which, I don't even want to call you expert because you don't deserve that. I'm sure you're an expert in your field. That's how you got rich. Good for you. But I'm an expert in mine. All right? When it comes to this women shit, I'm the expert here. So I'm going to just call you Pert. All right? So listen, Pert. That's so funny. Listen, Pert. you have some issues that you need to work on. If I had to guess, look into your relationship with your mother. There's something going on there. I don't know what it is, but look into it. Okay? Don't see the guy in the live anymore. Hey, he probably ran away. Probably ran away. They always do. I told you they don't respond well to that kind of criticism, man. I try to give them some help, and they go, he's attacking me, and they run away. Y'all see it firsthand, man. Y'all see it firsthand. It's so interesting when men act like women. But hey, let's see. Back to my helping people. That's what I'm here to do. Does backing up first when kissing or shortening the date by making it short, 1 hour max, is it a way to show her she's not that important? I mean, it's a part of it. It's a good way to do it, but a better way to do it is to show up to the date late to begin with. You know, that's just things to keep in mind. You should be busy anyway. If you're a busy guy, those things will happen naturally. I'm asking these questions to get a better idea. Hold on, someone. I'm asking these questions to get a better idea of how the protector with willingness to provide, like, I don't think you wrote that well, or maybe I'm not reading well. What about Michael Jackson, protect or provider? Oh, okay, I know what you mean now. Okay, I see what you mean. Michael Jackson, in public, provider type. In private, from what I heard, he was more of a protector type, which makes sense. He was like from Indiana, dude. He's like a whole ass crip out here. Oh, I see. I'm here. He's off topic. Never ran from an attack. His perspective is off, and I stand on that. Hey, good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you. Bro, personal question. Do you have friends? Are there your age mates? Are they like you, game, manly? Yes. I mean, all my friends have to be like me, right? I can't really make friends with people that don't understand abundance. Does that make sense? So yeah, pretty much all of them are like me. Absolutely. Most of my friends I met doing jiu-jitsu. So shout out to jiu-jitsu. What about I already answered that question. Apparently TT didn't show he was here. My bad, cousin. Oh no, you're fine. Anything I said in front of him anyway, so he heard me, and he knows I'm right, and I know he knows I'm right because he responded with that. Again, just the subtleties. Like, there's things people that overcompensate in the wrong way do that you can just smell. Plus, my comment was geared again. You just, man. My comment was geared to my social media. Full stop. Come on, dude. Like, that's how I know you're in tech. By the way, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your. That's how you approach life, and it's okay. It's fine. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's okay. It's not. I'm not. He isn't offending you. He's trying to help your brother. Exactly. Literally. I mean, he's gonna take it as offense, but I promise you, I really am trying to help you. I'm not your enemy here. Listen. I'm not your enemy here. I'm not. I promise you. Okay? Or asking for advice, yet you're judging your followers. Who cares if I'm not there yet? I'm not judging. Again, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so frustrating. I'm helping you. And I'm not judging you. I'm cold reading you. There's a difference. And I know my cold reads are right because look how you're responding. You're responding like I'm right. Like, okay, let's do this for a second. Let's do a quick exercise, Pert. All right, you listening, Pert? Listen to me. You asked me a question about social media. I gave you my thoughts on it. You disagreed. And there's nothing wrong with disagreeing with me, right? I mean, I would never disagree with you if you're the expert in your field. Right? You're a dude in tech, right? If I had a tech related question, it would be kind of stupid of me to disagree with you. But let's say I did. Would it now make sense for me if I were asking you a question about tech? to be like, oh, well, if you don't know about this, just say that. Like, that's literally what black girls on TikTok say. When they, like, you've heard it before, right? When they're like, if you're broke, just say that. Like, you sound feminine. Can you hear it? Do you hear it yet? Or I'm just saying. I'm trying to help, bro. Truly not offended. Period. There's a period at the end of that. None of your other comments had a period, but truly not offended. Period. Like, you're texting like my girlfriend when she's angry, bro. That's what I'm literally. He sounds offended. You see, even Ryu can smell it. I'm pointing it out there, like, right there. You're trying to act tough, but that's why I said, like, when I say stuff like really look into your relationship with your mother, I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to be judgmental. I hope I don't sound judgmental, and forgive me if I do. Truly, forgive me if I do. But there's a reason I said that. There's a reason I said that. That insecurity is probably part of why you're successful. Good for you, but I'm telling you, you got holes in your game, buddy. You're responding with judgments, be realm from every comment I made, hold on. With judgments, no advice. No. I actually gave you, like, useful advice about social media. Like, didn't I give you advice about social media? When I said, it's actually easy to do? When I said, if you don't feel like social media is something good for you, it's just because you're not good at it and it's easy to do? I gave you hope. But you interpreted that as, you're judging me. Come on. Be real, bro. Where's the advice? I already gave it to you. I already did. Do you want me to repeat it, or did you not hear it before? Is that what the issue here is? Is that the miscommunication we're having, or watching you is like funny? Oh God, now he's doing that low self-esteem thing people do where they try to act like they're above the situation. I'm trying to help, bro, man. Bro's beyond saving? No, he's not beyond saving. Have faith in Pert. Listen. When you're me and you do what I do, you have to have a higher capacity for patience. He's just in his feelings right now. You gotta let it pass through. He'll calm down, I promise. Just give him time. All the mods, don't block him. Don't send him away. Leave him here. He more than anyone needs this shit. Just leave him alone. Just leave him. He'll get it. I promise. You're stronger than oh shit, I have to be. You feel me? I have to be. But yeah, like, just leave him alone. He'll get it. I promise. He'll get it. If you guys blocked him at all, send him back here. Like, do not block him. I mean that shit. He needs this more than anyone here. I'm telling you did not say that. You're talking about the advice for social media? Okay, I'll give it again. It's fine. I'll give it again. 1, social media is an easy game to play. That's why I told you, I look at social media like a game, right? If the moment you start seeing social media as massively consequential, right? That's when it becomes a burden to you. That's when it truly becomes a burden to you. 2, if you are hesitant to some degree about showing parts of your life on social media, there's only 2 reasons. 1, your lifestyle isn't as interesting as you think it is. And by the way, if you think that that's me being judgmental, I'm sorry, but I maintain that. I know it's not as interesting as you think it is. Now, like before I was saying it as just a cold read. Now I'm sure. I know it's not as interesting as you think it is. Right? That's 1. 2, you're still too scared about the opinion of others. A big thing about social media is that it trains your brain to become someone that doesn't give a fuck about the opinion of other people. Everyone is doing social media wrong because they care too much about the numbers they see. The way to win at social media is to do what you want and give a fuck less about the numbers. That's how you win. Does that make sense? So if you find yourself to any degree at all caring too much about the outcome or the consequence of putting yourself out on social media, then that is not social media's fault. And that is not women's fault either. That is yours. Call this judgment all you want. I gotta tell you the truth. You want the advice, right? You want the advice, right? Here it is. If you see social media as a big daunting task, it is your fault. That's the advice. Do with this information what you must. But anyway. Oh no. I can't scroll back up to... Oh no. Hold on, give me a second. I didn't even know this was possible. Apparently, after a certain point, TikTok like literally makes a bunch of messages disappear. W coaching, bro. Thank you. I try my best. But yeah, hold on. TikTok might have deleted a bunch of messages. If I don't, I'm gonna start from here. If you feel like I skipped your question, write it again. I'm so sorry. But if I scroll down to the bottom too long, it looks like a bunch of messages at the top disappeared. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna start from Ryu. Ryu says, but yeah, the one I mentioned most of the time is the 18-year-old that lives in Amsterdam. All right, bet. Fair enough. It's possible when okay, so right there, I know there's something missing there. I'm so sorry, Don. I see the part where you say, as possible when I interact with a girl, but I feel they might leave because I went too far. I don't have the proper context for that. I really am sorry. Drake 20 and 0. Everybody say hi to Deno. Deno's my favorite troll on my page. Not like in a bad way. Like, he's cool. I like Deno. Everybody say hi to Deno. Also, do you remember the videos where we asked you to do the one we've on date, test masculinity? Do you ask me to do those videos? Want me to pin everything you missed? Please do. Yes. Because I can't seem to scroll back up. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm blaming Pert for this. Screw you, Pert. Now we have beef for real. Because the whole reason my messages went all the way to the bottom is because you pinned your message. Ugh. I didn't even know non-mods could pin their message. That's annoying. Is there a way I can change that? I don't need non-mods pinning their message. That gets annoying. She's great, very sweet girl. As icy as she is, I bet. That is some Fox movie people. I remember that one. That was pinned. Can't wait for the date. And Lay especially. Good. You should be excited about that. New poll, check it out. Oh yeah, new poll. Everybody go check out the new poll. Feeling bad for cheating. Exactly. See, he gets it. Why would you feel bad for cheating? We have different perspectives here. To say my life is boring is inaccurate. No, it's not. I never felt bad personally. It's always fam. It's always fam. But there's like two guys. Relax on the pinnings. There's like 2 or 3 different pin messages that came. Khabib was a cry. Oh yeah, I read all those ones when we talked about Khabib literally changing his life after fighting Conor McGregor. That's pretty dope for him. Congratulations to him. I never felt bad personally. It's always fam, but she never wanted to dub with me if she couldn't hang. I have no idea what any of that means. That is too much slang for me. Or just incorrectly used slang. I don't know. It's always fam, but she never wanted to dub with me if she couldn't hang. What are we talking about with dub? What does dub with you mean? Can I say to her, baby, I can protect you from anything, but I'm working on trying to provide for you? Yeah, you can say that. You're literally putting the game in her face at that point without, again, she's not going to understand the reference, so it's funny. But yeah, you can say that. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Yo, what's good, Jace? I'm good, man. How are you? Welcome back. I recognize that username. Me and my girl are like on a break, but my ex texted and I don't know what to do. Stop being a bitch. My ex says I don't know what to do. Stop it. You sound like a girl. You have to decide to get your girl and your ex. No, but like in all seriousness though, don't allow analysis paralysis to like literally stifle you. Don't let that happen to you. If you want to see what's going on with the ex, go see what's going on with the ex. If the girl you're with is on a break with you right now, now you have an opportunity to do that. And if anything, that'll make the girl you're with right now come back faster because of competition anxiety. You feel what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you're caught up now. No more missing comments. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Past, how can I be funnier? Oh, people cheated in the past, didn't feel sorry. Even the people around me pressed me feel sorry, but you didn't. That's good. That's good. How can I be funnier, and what's the right way to be funny as a guy? So, humor as a guy is a weird thing because it's not really about how funny you actually are. It's about how high your psychological position is over her. When your psychological positioning is higher than hers, anything you say that sounds like a joke will be funny to her. She will laugh at everything and anything you say. That's kind of how it is. Also, pinned comment comes from a mod always, but you can pin comments that aren't yours also. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. This is you guys pinning his. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's fair. That's very good. Let's see. But yeah, back to humor. I wouldn't worry too much about becoming funnier. I would worry more about making sure that she sees me as so consequential that everything I say becomes funny to her. That's how I would approach things. Okay? I'm a mod twice, and some of y'all haven't been a mod once in your lives. That is crazy, Philip. Stop trying to flex on the non-mods. How many times have I told you about that? I keep grabbing my water like I still have any. I'm done. Also, I still didn't give you the advice I gave Asami, which we believe should be in the Self-Belief Course 2.0 if not already. Fair enough. Let me know. Send it to my IG. Why are you running? Cass, where have you been? Where have you been, my boy? You're also in the running for mod. I mean, you're at the bottom of it, but still, you're in the running. So testing out a girl by talking to her every day and telling her everything I want, and she's fine with it. Okay, should I be worried about it? No. What are you worried about? You're talking to her every day, and you're telling her everything you want, and she's fine with it. Why are you worried about it? There's nothing to be worried about there. Like, you gotta be okay with letting good things happen to you, Cash. It's okay. Like, it's not a trap. It's not an ulterior motive. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I count as 2 mods because of mask. That is a wild thing to say, Fish Army. Oh, Fish Army said I'm 2 mods because of mask. That's so funny. Is there a version of this that exists for women? I mean protector provider types. Luna, you're a chick, aren't you? But yes, there is. There definitely is. But what would be the name I would give it? Let's call them this is gonna be so funny. Let's call them Nalas and Pearls. But yeah, that's literally it. It's essentially like the the Madonna horror complex. There's the women with high rates of sex appeal, because as men, that's what we want, right? Women want men for their ability to keep them alive longer, survivability, protect their ability, right? Men want women for sex appeal. Like, that is what we want on a biological level. And then the thing on the back end that we would like on top of the sex appeal is like the motherly, nurturing nature. So the sexy bitches and the motherly bitches. That's the two. That's it. That's the dichotomy. Sigmund Freud talks about the 2 women types. Dope. But yeah, that's the dichotomy right there. It's the chick you want for the night versus the chick you want for a lifetime. But usually, most women are one or the other. Just like men. Most men are either protector types or provider types. There's very few men in the middle. There's very few whores with the ability to nurture. What am I saying? I don't like saying whores. Let's use a different word. And I can't say sex appeal either, because that's too much of a temptresses? What's that word for like succubi. Perfect. So there's succubi, and then there's nurturers. That's the words. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. So there's succubis, pure succubi, and then there's pure nurturers. The succubi gets our juices flowing as men. The nurturers are what we should want on a logical level, but they're not as exciting. AKA just pearly things and Nala Ray, right? Okay. What we want is something in the middle. We want a woman that can be sexy as fuck, a succubi, that is willing to raise our kids with us. Or a nurturer that is good for raising kids, that also has the capacity for sex appeal. That's the female version. Okay? Wifey and hoe. Essentially. Yeah, essentially. Wifey and hoe. But yeah, that is the female version, Luna. That is the female. Should I make a video about it? I'll make a video about it. I know like 13% of my followers are women. I'll make a video about it. Let them see what is going on. Instead of focusing on what to say, it should be looking at how you want to play it. Literally. Like, it's how you play it, and then the words to say to play it in that direction will come. Siren? Instead of succubi, siren? I like that. I like that. Is there another word for nurturer? Or like motherly energy that starts with an S? Because I like how protector and provider starts with P, so it kind of rhymes. I want it to be the same way for like the whole Madonna whore complex thing. Like siren and spouse. There it is. We've done it, fellas. We've done it. Pat on our backs. Yes, everybody pat yourself on your back. We did it. Siren and spouse. That's the new code for women. There's the sirens and there are the spouse. The spouses. I typed everything out. You're about to read it here. If you want it on IG, I'll do that though. Please on IG. Like I gotta go check my IG soon anyway. So yeah, please on IG. Protecting, preventing, and when she says something, looking at what principles in the game to follow. Exactly. What is that status that differentiate women? Sex appeal. That is it, Luna. That is the status that differentiates women. It's sex appeal. It's this bitch is sexier than the other bitch. That's it. Sorry for my colorful language, but you get the point, Luna. This one makes my juices flow. Her face is prettier and more symmetrical. She's taller. Well, at least I like tall women. Her ass is fatter. Her jugs are thicker. Her shape is nicer. That is what differentiates. That is the ultimate status between women. That is it. Right? So, do with that information what you must, Luna. Take care. Not what she said itself. Indeed. I should probably read that again because you were spitting there. Instead of focusing on what to say, it should be looking at how you want to say, how you want to play it. And when she says something, looking at what principle in the game to follow, not what she said itself. Exactly. And we don't want to be reactionary, not looking at it on a surface level. Exactly. Often women match with me on Hinge, text me first with something quite explicit, but when I respond with the flirting, don't get no response. Happened to me quite a few times. What's the reason behind it? Here's my question. I'll ask you. And when I release digital pre-selection, I have an entire segment in there to test for this, right? But there's a way to test for why the urgency isn't as high with the women you match with. And a big part of that is how you match with them. So my question to you will be, how do you match with these women? Right? Are you using roses or super likes? Well, you're on Hinge. So roses? Are you using roses? You're going to have a lower chance at getting a response. Because that's too direct an approach for online dating. Right? Let's see. When I respond with the flirting and don't get a response. Also, how are you flirting? What are you saying exactly, my friend? I'm curious. Big Man posts this on YouTube. Yes, I will. I have so much. Y'all about to eat good on YouTube too. I have like 4 of them. I got to post. I think I'll do it tomorrow. Friday, I'll do it tomorrow. So I got 4 of them. Y'all about to eat good on YouTube. Y'all about to eat good. Trust me. I got you. Let's see. That's the DM part of it. Now, as far as the playfulness, I gotta go soon. Holy shit. I've been here for a while. The understanding you should have is that no situation is bad, and you can just play it however you want to. Since you're not attached to the girl anyway, you only have your own enjoyment to gain, nothing to lose. The analogy I use is see yourself as a billionaire at a casino. The 20K you put on red is play money. Nothing you're afraid of losing. Same with the girl. The analogy you just came up with, not the same analogy, but I already made a similar one last year. I made a video about why a lot of men feel approach anxiety. And the reason they feel approach anxiety is because they feel like they have nothing. Let us eat. Pause. Pause on that. But yeah, a lot of men feel approach anxiety because they feel like they have nothing to offer the girl. They feel like they're gonna go take something from the girl, which is why they feel guilt. Approach anxiety is part guilt, right? Think about it like this. If I told you go over to the 10 different girls and ask them for $1, you'd probably be a lot more hesitant than if I were to ask you to take this $100 and go and give 100 different girls $1 each. You would feel a lot more confident doing that. Why? Because you have something of value to offer. So the approach only makes you feel anxious because you feel like you have not only nothing to offer, but you feel like you're going to extract value, like a grubby little gremlin, right? So when you have that mentality like that, or like the man who has 100,000 and is giving these bitches $1,000 each, or like in your case, the billionaire who is putting 20,000 down on black and doesn't care, it's play money to him anyway. That's the kind of mentality you need to approach women at the highest level. That's exactly how you should be doing it. The fact that you came into that by yourself without me even teaching you, gotta give you the slow clap. Well done. Well done. It's exactly how it should be. Well done. Well done. Yeah, man, how can you be a complex individual that has a lot of life experience? You do a lot of life experience shit. The more stuff you do, put it like this. Think about it like this. Your life is in direct proportion to your skills, which means the day you stop learning new skills is the day you start dying. Do with that information what you must. Go and learn something new, fellas. I should probably be prepared for the testing phase, ghosting me on text, etc. How to respond or react. Be calm, be cool, and talk to other girls. Talk to other girls. That'll help, like with that entire phase going through it. Love you, Jace. Your videos have been so inspiring. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy you actually get value out of them. I'm so happy you do. There's a slight difference in perceived value versus having incredible amounts of money in yourself. Absolutely. But real game, real like self-belief is joining those two things in your mind. Is assuming those two things in your mind. Whether there's evidence for it or not. That's what self-belief is all about, right? So with the analogy stuff, effing up is part of the fun. The goal is getting better. Being stressed to get results is like scraping together rent money. Exactly. Giving value versus casino analogy, both are great though. Very, very. Can you put this up on YouTube? Yes, I will. Hi YouTube. For those of you that are seeing this on YouTube now, hi. Go in the comments, like, subscribe. Probably not, don't share, because if your friends find out about this, they'll take your girl. So like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on YouTube, guys. Appreciate you. Or as the abundance of casino billionaires is what ironically gets you results. Exactly. Jason girl my friend is interested in said she digs me because I'm mysterious. I'm conflicted right now. Why are you conflicted about being mysterious? She likes you. And not be conflicted about that. Go say hi. In a mysterious way, of course. But go say hi. It's fine. There's no bad news there. She likes you. Tell her, like, in a mysterious and cool, fun way, like, you know what? You know, since you think I'm so mysterious, you should probably get to know me a little better. Here's my phone number. Text me. And then walk away. Like a baller. I have a good physique. 6-pack. That's good. I'm happy about that. Of course it is. Women want the most attention. That's why they don't want a guy with a lot of followings. Well, again, it depends on the kind of... I feel like the only women that are concerned about a guy's social media presence and like not wanting a guy with a lot of followers is a woman that can't compete with other women anyway. Not women I'm really interested in myself. How do you approach women at work? You don't. You're at work. You already know each other. It's essentially like a warm approach, right? It's essentially you working with the woman and having proximity with her. Slide in a couple sexual innuendos in there, see how that goes, and then go from there. Want me to put that playfulness manifesto together in one and send over to you in the DMs? Yes, please. Yes, please. Stop stressing. Just act. Oh yeah, I'll read the whole thing later too. What's your opinion on trying to reconcile with a woman who broke up with you after you cheated? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, in terms of like my opinion about it, it's cool. You cheated, she wants to reconcile with you. Cool. Awesome. Probably do something nice for her, just to like make her feel like, you know, your cheating wasn't in vain, I guess. But yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Should you ever double text after a week if one of your jokes sounded mean over text? Yeah, you can. You can. Nothing wrong with that. Just, again, a week has passed. Time has passed. So you can tease her with something a little lighter that gives her a chance to respond. What do you think of Ryan Garcia? I heard he just got popped for PEDs. Ooh, this has just gotten interesting. I mean, I'm not too surprised, I guess, but, you know, it kind of sullies the win. It kind of sullies the win. It does. How do you build the confidence to approach? My heart sunk when I talked to a woman. You keep doing that. You keep getting used to that feeling of your heart sinking over and over and over again. That's how you do it. You already have the confidence to approach, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Like, you've talked to a woman, so you've done it. Congratulations. Just do that over and over and over and over again till you stop feeling that sinking feeling in your chest. Personally, I like incorporating adaptability in my game a lot. Law 48, assume formlessness, speak on this length. Exactly. By the way, I have a video I'm going to release on TikTok about the 48 laws of power. It's going to look weird. I'm going to tell y'all right now, for my core fan base, for my mods especially, it's going to look weird. Just go with it. In fact, when you see it, just agree with everything I say in the video in the comments. I'm telling you. It's gonna look weird, but just do it. I'm trying to run an experiment real quick. Just go with it. All right? Okay. Anyway, Jace about the rest. I tried not to. Is a relationship worth it now? Of course it is. The reason a lot of people think relationships aren't worth it is because they suck at relationships. Relationships are so worth it. They're awesome. What? Sarcasm incoming. Huh, Pookie? Yes, it is. Sarcasm incoming indeed. It definitely, like, on 100,000. But, like, it's sarcasm that sounds real. That's why I gotta warn y'all. So, you know, like, be careful with that. But as for the relationship thing, absolutely relationships are fun. Once you know how to create them from scratch correctly, and then actually use them for what they're supposed to be for, you're gonna have a lot of fun in relationships. They're great. If you know, you know. Love your videos. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Gabe is out here laughing his ass off. Jace, there's this one girl I think is cute, and I know her friend. How do I proceed? I DM'd her friend first. So, hit her up too. Shit. If anything, it'll make the first friend feel genuinely offended. Like, what the hell? Why doesn't he like me anymore? And then competition anxiety ensues. Here's what you do, though. When you approach the second one, you wanna give a bigger, more heartfelt compliment to the second one than the first one. That's what'll make it feel really intense. Like, oh shit, why is he giving you more of himself than he gave to me? Perfect. I missed it. What'd you miss? It's unfortunate that the take it or leave it works with women. Yes, it does. Already read that. This is when I was going back and forth with Lil Pert. Hey Pert, I didn't forget you. Tate said never be friends with men who get no bitches. Thoughts? He's completely right. It's not even. It's like being rich. I don't even know if most people relate with that. But it's like being rich and being friends with a homeless person. They will kill you to get the little pocket change in your pocket. Like kind of mentality. Someone living in abundance cannot relate to someone living in scarcity. Not on a personal level. No. And the person that's living in scarcity will do nothing but envy the person that's living in abundance, to the point where they'll be willing to, like, cause bodily harm on them. Like, real talk. I had to learn that lesson the hard way. You can't live with people or be around people or hang with people that watch you have girl after girl after girl, week after week after week, and they're forced to, like, log on to youporn.com. It's not gonna work. You're doing nothing but like setting up your own death sentence. It's a terrible thing. I have some prompts on my Hinge. Can you coach me on them? Absolutely. What? Yeah. Why haven't you asked me on that? Listen. Remind me on the group chat. I will screenshot my Hinge because I've had to do that for like the course, right? So I will screenshot my Hinge, my Facebook, my Tinder, all that stuff, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'll show you how to build it from scratch. I got you. Let's see. There we go. Oh no, there's more perch stuff. Ucorn.com is crazy. Yeah, it is. Looking about just seeing his feelings. Yeah. Coaching. Will do, and the mod requirements and the playfulness and all that. DM all that stuff to me. I want to go over everything. Is it okay to talk to an 18-year-old in high school if I'm 21? Not only is it okay, you should be doing that. If you're out of high school and it's legal for you to talk to women that are still in high school, that are 18, that are of age. I mean, I know like there's some British guys watching, right? For you guys, the age of consent is what, 16, right? Whatever the case is, as long as it's legal, right? You can do it. But when you're 21, that's why I'm saying it. When you're 21, women in your early 20s are going to be the hardest to get. Because you're in your early 20s too. So they don't respect you as much. You're going to have to do a lot more work to get those women. As opposed to the women that are already younger than you or women that are far older than you. So if you're 21, get girls 18, 19, and then get women above the age of 25, preferably. That's how you should be doing it. I tried to summon you to the group chat. It didn't work. Aww. Did you use all the correct hand signs though? Come on. Told you. The hand signs are important. Question. What's your opinion on trying to reconcile with a woman? Already answered that one. Also, just I told this one girl, I really liked you before you said that. She got mad saying, I don't care what you think, etc. Oh, that means you didn't have good psychological positioning over her. That's something you say when you already have good frame control. If you don't have good frame control, it'll backfire on you like that. Let's see. Love your Kendrick talks, listening to part 2 right now. Oh, appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Drake too. I just released a video about it where I talk about like this could be Drake's awakening. Let's see. I'm very curious. If Drake ends up using the situation to turn into an actual protector type, I'll be so happy for him. It'll be cool. But let's see if he's willing to take the risk. Which personally I don't think he is. But let's see. I'll never give up on someone and their capacity for change. I never will. You know, it's possible for everybody. It really is. You ask other questions to know if you're protector or provider type. You want me to ask more? Again, it's all going to be centered around risk-taking ability, right? When was the last time you were in a physical altercation? Let me know that. Your frequency is directly proportional to the kind of guy you are. Protective types fight the most, obviously. Then I would say after that, protectors with the willingness to provide, then providers with the willingness to protect, then provider types are just like completely devoid of the ability to be confrontational. So yeah. When was the last time you were in a physical altercation? I'm pretty sure you're caught up. Oh yeah, I remember that. Thank you, by the way. Thank you again. Yes, I can approach 5 girls and offend them. Next question. Fair enough. Bro should still be and sound sure of myself, even if most girls don't like it. You should, yes. Listen, the girls that don't like it are girls you don't want anyway. I promise you, the girls that tell you stuff like, I don't like that you're so cocky, you don't want those girls anyway. Even if they're hot, they have low self-esteem, so you don't want them anyway. Trust me. They're more trouble than not. Women with low self-esteem are too much work to be with in a relationship. Just, ugh. Yeah, I'm dating a 22-year-old as a 20-year-old, and it's a bit more challenging. Yeah, I figured. If you wouldn't have those same challenges if you were dating a 28-year-old. Just saying. Something to keep in mind. Bro, do you think pics are okay? Oh, well, what kind of pics? Oh, no shirt pics. Oh, yeah. Like, use them sparingly, though. Use them very sparingly. And you have to be very on point. Like, your body has to look immaculate. Right? I would say don't even take a picture of yourself until you are at least below 12% body fat. Me personally. Because you have to have that lean look. If you're not lean, it won't work. You feel me? So don't take any shirtless pics during bulk season. Let's see. I typed everything out. Oh yeah. Just would you say that if I started with exhibiting pure provider for 1 week, then switch to pure protector, would place me higher faster? No. If anything, you'd be a lot less trustworthy. Because she would go, oh, you were a bitch last week. Why are you all of a sudden trying to be gangster now? You're faking. And then the shit test would be harder. Because now she'll have to shit test you like into oblivion to find out who you really are. Right? The resistance and the adversity is going to be a lot more. For sure. For sure. Siren. Oh yeah, we talked about that. The sirens, no. Right? The sirens and the spouses. Yeah. I'm gonna make a video about that tomorrow. Hell yeah, make me mod. Absolutely not. Who the fuck are you? Zyquan. That's the first time I've seen your name. I don't know you like that, Zyquan. But keep up the consistency though. You're so late, Casanova. I'm so disappointed in you. So late. I go live tomorrow. What time? I will be live tomorrow. I should be. Expect me anytime after 4 p.m. EDT. Anytime after that, I should be live. Okay. Let's see. Word. That's the mindset I built over time. Indeed. Good for you. There's a slight difference in perceive. Oh yeah, I read that. New skills equals new levels. Exactly. Bro, do you know who Jeff Logan is? I have no idea who that is. That's an interesting name though. It looks like Jeff Logan. Maybe you're writing Jeff Logan. Who knows? But the way you wrote it, it was Jeff Logan. Let's see. Hey, Jace, do you have ADHD? I have no idea. So people have said I exhibit ADHD symptoms, but I don't know how much I believe them because my attention span is very, very good. Like, in fact, I prefer long form content. You know, bro wanted to become a mod without working for it. We work for everything around here, fam. Exactly. Which reminds me, mods, Dimitri and I don't know, you tell moi. When do we promote them? I know it's coming up soon. Not today, but when do we promote them? Let me know in the group chat. Let me know. Let's see. Do you recommend dating a 6 or a 7 just to get experience to work your way up? If so, what are some good openers? Okay, so here's the thing. If you think dating a 6 or a 7 is going to help you date 9s or 10s, no, you're wrong. Because those are two different kinds of women. One requires a lot higher self-esteem than the other. One requires a lot more confidence than the other. You cannot use a 6 to prepare for a 7. Or a 6 or a 7 to prepare for a 9 or a 10. It's not going to work that way. It's not going to work that way. Sorry. It's not. Right? That's the first thing. Now, am I going to shit on you for dating one to like practice talking to women in general? No. Do that. If you just want to get that muscle built of just not having too much anxiety when you're in front of a girl, go for it. But be warned, when you get to the 9s and 10s, the anxiety is higher. So you're not, again, it's like, it's the difference between punching a bag and sparring. Two entirely different things. Keep that in mind. They got to go through the initiations. Fair enough. Good progress. They have to meet the requirements, though, which I sent to your DMs. Oh, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. All right, we'll see about them later. Want me to put that playful... Oh, yeah, I already told you to do that. What's a proper way to vet a girl? I have an entire series on that called Stress Testing Your Relationship. It's on YouTube. Go and see that. What are the things you can do to be more exciting, be more unpredictable? So exciting in my head, and as far as relationships go, is synonymous with unpredictability. So the more unpredictable you are, the more exciting you are, okay? How do you improve your manipulation? By listening to me and watching all my videos. And reading the 48 Laws of Power The Art of War, 33 Strategies of War. Please read Sperm Wars. Please read Sperm Wars, because that'll not only teach you how to become better at manipulating women, but it'll teach you not only from like a evolutionary standpoint, but like a biological standpoint, right? So it's very important. On top of that, it makes you immune to manipulation as well. Sperm Wars, Robin Baker. Read that book. I don't know. The second one is pretty. It's over Instagram, huh? What? Don't know. Do you have any dark game for us, Sensei, or can you put it in the group chat? I'll put it in the group chat. Y'all are so hungry. When was the last time I put dark game in the group chat? Like the other day? I'll put it in the group chat. I've never been in a relationship. Will I get my heart broken? Absolutely you will. And that's a good thing. In fact, you want to look forward to your first heartbreak. It's a canon event. It's a canon event. You can't be scared to make that first mistake. We all have to. We all have to. Go through it as soon as possible. Let's see. We'll do in the I turned something in the group chat. I go crazy for, I just put crazy women. That's funny. I go crazy for crazy women. You can do that. That's nothing wrong with that. But what I started noticing is that a lot of old dudes tend to go for the younger ones because they can't deal with them. Really? Interesting. I want someone who, I put, is looking for a handsome guy to manipulate them. That's like one of those super protective type things to say. And you'll see, what will happen is, you'll see a tank in your matches, but you'll see an increase in your quality of matches. So you'll get like maybe 3 matches a week, but they'll all be bad bitches. Be warned. All right? So keep that in mind. Jace, what do you do when your girl goes against your command? You withdraw your time and attention, and you make sure she understands what she did cannot be done again. Again, this is my girls, right? Like, my girls, I let them know. I don't give my girls room to do anything that makes me resent them long term. I tell them everything, even the smallest thing. The way you just chewed, I don't like the way you just chewed. Don't do that again. Literally, that's how I am. Yeah, I answered that. Problem 3, you should not go out with me if you're not a fan of serial killers. Again, same with the other prompt. Yeah, my profile is set up extremely favorable to 10s, which are my matches. Excellent. So you'll see like few matches here and there. Few. That's how my hinge is, by the way, too. Few matches, like 3-4 matches a week, but they'll all be baddies. So can't complain. Quality over quantity, is it not? How do you know you've imprinted a woman? When she's willing to die for you. But on a serious note, that it's essentially when you'll see all the signs in her compliance for you, like the willingness to do whatever it takes to please you. That's when you know she's yours. As a professional, please don't go out with me. Had to split it up. TikTok. Oh, fair enough. TikTok a pussy. That's why y'all love YouTube so much. That's fair. Bro wanted to become a mod without working for it. Yes, he did. By the way, do you think pictures are significantly more important than prompts and answers? I would say for sure, yes. Like, by far. Because, here's the thing. It's not even pictures. Videos. It's videos first, then pictures, then voice notes, then prompts. In that order, on Hinge. In that order. I talk about this, by the way, in digital pre-selection, so don't worry, you'll see it there too. But videos, pictures, voice notes, prompts. That's how it looks. Let's see. My bad for my inactiveness in the live. A lot of stuff going on right now. You're fine, man. You're fine. Bro said next year. You're so mean, Mexicans. Good progress. They have to meet the requirements. Fair enough. What are your success rate metrics like in your game today versus 5 to 7 years ago? My success rate is like my consistency with getting the girls I want is a lot higher. I can pretty much get, like, this is gonna sound like I'm bragging. If I want her, I can get her if I want her. Compared to years ago, where it was like hit or miss. Or I could get a lot of girls, but it wasn't always the girls I wanted, right? Now it's the girls I want, and very fucking consistently, right? If I want her, she's mine, right? And the reason I can say that confidently is because I've not only gotten good at controlling, like, me, of course, my game, my technique, my technique is refined, my skill, all that. I can also control the environments and the context that surrounds me and her, right? And some Ayano Koji shit. So yeah, it's a lot higher, much higher now. One, even his heartbreak ain't been through it. Think about it like disappointment or a shattering of expectations, but when it comes to emotions and love, that is heartbreak. Let's see. I thought it was a 30 scale. Use the 30 scale to like help you be more detailed about what you want to get, but you know, I'll talk about 1s to 10s all the time too, just to like for the convenience of it all. For someone that's watching me for the first time on the live, they probably won't understand the 30 scale. You feel me? Yeah, it's true, but just get over the nervousness of dealing with baddies. True. With the 6 and 7s, it's much easier to game them and their barrier to entry. No, pretty much, yeah. You just got to be a lot less, you know. You gotta use a lot less tension to get them. What should be in the videos on Hinge? It should be you being pre-selected. That's a big one. It should be you having energy, having fun, but then also you should have like an opportunity in there to show that you are a leader somehow. I kind of talk about all this in the digital pre-selection, but leadership, pre-selection, passion, and like energy, fun. Let's see. Got nothing to prove to y'all. Hey, good for you. You're never getting into my chat then. You're never getting. Mods, memorize his name. He's never getting in. Never getting in. We gotta like you to let you in. What you think? Like what? We gotta like you. And you just made everyone hate you now. You're never getting it. You better create a new account and start over. You're never getting it. Anyway, so any advice on the prawns I have right now? I mean, if you want to keep them that way, that's fine. They're okay to get the girls like you want. If you want more matches, you're gonna have to, you know, step down on that a little bit. If you want to get more like the 8s and 9s, you know, you might have to be a little less hard hitting. You feel me? Let's see. There we go. Pulley. How can I? What is Pulley? Are you talking Pookie? No, you don't have Pookie privileges yet. You can't call me Pookie yet, Casanova. Bro thinks we gonna applaud him for his protector. Bro wants to be a protector type with us. That's crazy. How can I reach out to you? Cause I hear you say send it to my DMs and all that stuff. Those are from my group chats. Those are from my peoples in my group chat, my mods. For everybody else, you gotta go through the long way. You gotta schedule a call with me. That's how you do it. Do you have infill footage? No. For legal reasons, no. Not yet is the correct answer. Coming soon. I could change one of the prompts to a voice note answer. Oh yeah. Okay, so here's how you do it with voice notes. You want to have that major 30-second voice note in the middle of your profile where you just rant. You give a rant. That's literally what you should be doing in your profile. Not even kidding. Something hard-hitting, something controversial is good. When did you go through the first heartbreak? I was 16? About 17, but 16, yeah. It was before I even discovered games, so yeah. The serial one, maybe? I mean, you can do this for that one, sure. Do you have any metrics to measure your consistency today? The bitches in my life and how much they're willing to do for me. That's pretty much what I go off of. But like, on a serious note, like, just the sheer number of girls that tell me yes versus the ones that tell me no. That's how I would put it, essentially. Let's see. All right, I gotta go soon anyway, guys. So I gotta cut it off here. But let me go through the last ones. What do these dudes think they are? For real though. Yo, Jason, I have a problem. I can't find a bad girl. I'm the only one. I only see above average girls and don't get them. Don't get excited for them. Where do you live? Y'all can call me a provider, protector all day. I'm not listening to Kendrick Lamar's music on purpose. Sure. Good for you. That's why I call you Poli. Oh, I see. Fair enough. Poli's nice. It's just not like that. Like that. Very good. Well done. Any ideas on controversial topics to ramble on? Listen, you can use politics, you can use relationships, dating, whatever you want to use. Just make sure you don't sound bitter. That's the only thing. Rant, but rant in a positive and an authoritative way. Don't sound bitter, okay? That's the only rule to ranting. You can rant, but never sound bitter or self-defeatist, okay? The amount of shit I've learned for the free is tough to hate. Fair enough. So if you had game, then do you think you would have went through heartbreak? Absolutely. I would have just handled it better, right? I would have still handled it a lot better. But back then, I was a fucking wreck, really. Zyquan, you never making it to the mod anyway, hate or not. Damn. UK don't got 9s and 10s like that. Yes, they do. You're just not looking in the right places. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Besides, ain't Sweden like a fucking 3-hour train ride from there? Go to fucking Sweden or something. You'll be fine. At college in Central California. Is that what I'm reading or no? Because it's Cali. There's baddies there. What would be a good way to categorize the contradicting truths of different levels of game? You don't think about it like contradicting truths. Think about it like nuance. It's all about nuance. It's all about understanding that two things can be true at the same time. So when you think about it like that, you don't have to categorize anything. Just accept it all for what it is. It's okay. You don't have to complicate shit like that. Make sure to check reuse DMs. Will do. All right, I gotta go. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Go get my free course, Self-Belief. If you don't have it yet, it's free to register for. Upgrades coming soon. Upgrades also coming on my personal dating system called the Interview Lite. If you want to understand how to completely incorporate a girl into your life from scratch, from meeting her for the first time to consummating the affair, go get the Interview Lite. Very important. It's my personal dating system. If you want to get in contact with me, go and schedule a call with me, baby. All links are in the bio. Go and click on my link tree and you'll be directed to all the buttons you need to press, and press all the buttons and press away. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my face just yap for hours. But more importantly, please actually use the information I give you. I would have stolen your money or time, and both, if you don't actually use what I'm telling you and see the results for yourself in your life. Please, 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 please do not judge me by how cool I sound or how amazing or how complex my words might be sometimes. Judge me by the efficacy of my game. Go and see for yourself how well it works. Okay? All right. Love you guys. I appreciate it. It has been Jace, your favorite scientist. Do with this information what you must.